Hey, this is Paolo from Trivium. You're watching me on Metal Wani.
Alright, we're here with Paolo from Trivium. How's the tour been going so far?
So far, it's been great. And I think tonight, I heard it's like the highest pre-sale of any show so far, so
Awesome.
Should be a good one. Should be a good one.
Sweet, man. So, how's been the response to the new material from the new album, Silence in the Snow, on this tour so far?
It's been really good. It's hard to like judge how new songs go over online because you get like so many different opinions, so much talk and stuff. But live, I feel like you get to really see if it's connecting. And luckily, you know, these are our shows, but people have been really digging what we've been playing. We played them. We played Blind Leading the Blind and Silence in the Snow on the festivals we did in Europe. They went great. So, you know, you just put the songs out, you play them, and I'm stoked to get the whole record out because there's a couple songs I really, really want to play live. We wrote this record to play these songs live, and I hope to play a lot of them because they're fun to play in the rehearsal space.
Oh yeah, they're fun to listen to too, as far as the ones that I've heard so far, man. But you guys are on the road right now with Tremonti, you know, and their crowd being, you know, slightly different than you guys' crowd. How is like has there been any meshing between the crowds?
It's been really good, actually. We've done co-headlines in the past, and it can kind of be like either there's not really a huge difference, and you're kind of getting the same crowd, or the crowds can be a little too different. And I think this is a really perfect blend because I feel like it's a mixture of more radio rock fans, maybe more underground metal fans, and a nice balance between guys that are like really just more like gear, guitar oriented type players. And I think that's where we really have a good mix of audience, and it's been going great. And I know he's been saying he's been loving playing to some different people every night and really winning over maybe some of our fans. And it's cool because a lot of his fans stick around to check us out, and it's been a great tour so far.
Awesome. So you guys got videos out for Silence in the Snow, Blind Leading the Blind, and Until the World Goes Cold.
Yeah.
All of them awesome looking videos. How was it filming those?
They were fun because we've been working with the same dude for each video for the entire artwork, our friend John Paul Douglas. And he pretty much presented different videos for each song. Our involvement in each one was kind of different. With Silence in the Snow, we were a bit more involved. We had our performance parts, and then he filmed each thing that he needed separately. Blind Leading the Blind was great because we shot it at a bar. We didn't have to play, and we had an open bar all day, so sweet. That was perfect. And Until the World Goes Cold, we filmed it where we rehearse at our practice space, and the narrative side was filmed in LA, so we only had to be there for half. And then we filmed another video that will come out eventually. So we'll see you soon.
Can you give us
we filmed one for Dead and Gone, so that'll come out. Not soon, but it'll be out eventually. So.
Awesome. How do you guys feel about like the importance of videos in the modern industry?
I think they're very, very important once again, because I think when MTV stopped playing videos, when all the music channels kind of died out, the importance seemed to kind of wane a little bit. And the thing is, videos used to cost a lot of money. We made a video once that was unbelievably too expensive. To even comprehend the money now, we could make like 10 videos. But now with how gear, like we were talking on the phone, you can film an interview on a phone. It looks amazing. So gear has become a little bit more affordable. Now it really just comes down to a guy having the vision and the knowledge to pull off stuff and to make things look more expensive than it really was. And you can do it on some great gear now. And I think it's allowed people to be more creative, to get more stuff out there, and younger kids watch videos. YouTube, if you want to get to a younger audience, YouTube is your gateway to that, because I don't think younger kids watch TV and listen to radio as much. I think they're finding music that way, and it's important for us because, you know, you have to still tap into a new audience and keep people coming out.
Yep, absolutely. So, Trivium is one of those bands that from conception to the present, you guys have really evolved a lot. I mean, you guys almost sound, you definitely tell it's the same band, but I mean, it's definitely a different band at the same time. So, you know, how did you guys get from there to here?
I guess it's just kind of like the natural evolution of growing up, you know. I guess you could say that the same thing about us. Like, we're definitely the same people we were when we started, but we've definitely grown and changed and evolved a bit. And musically, I think over time you just start to get more and more influences, and you get into more stuff. You're always practicing, trying to get better at your instrument and vocals. So we kind of just let that reflect in our music, and we don't really have like a rigid structure that we stick to. And it's kind of like the age-old argument of you either stick to what you do and go that way, or you kind of just be the band that just goes for it and does whatever you want. And I mean, a lot of the bands I like have done that, so we kind of just follow the same path. And I like that our music can fit different moods, and I like that when we play live we can vary it so much. And if we want the set to kind of come down a little bit, we have songs that can do that perfectly. And if we really want to play heavy stuff, we have that. And for me, for my own personal taste, I'm all over the spectrum with heavy music, and I like it to be reflected in our own.
Absolutely. Yep. So, you know, the old school Trivium fans versus the new school Trivium fans, because I mean, you guys are constantly gaining new fans. I mean, every time you guys release an album, it's got that new element to it, and you guys are constantly garnering new fans. And you know, unfortunately, along with that goes the loss of old fans, the diehard fans from the first few albums. Now, how do you feel about the loss of old fans versus the gaining of new fans?
It's just kind of like it's a natural process with anything, with any kind of change. You're gonna elicit both reactions. You can't really gauge how your album's gonna do with people. And one thing that I've noticed is that you never know when the old school fan's gonna kind of come back into your life as a band, because we've had that happen where people like, I haven't heard your band in years, I haven't seen you guys in years, and then they kind of come back to it. And I think people's own lives, you know, people get out of this music and then they get back into it. Sometimes people stick with it from the beginning, and sometimes people just evolve and get into other styles of metal or other music. So you can't really write your album to fit like a certain period of fan, because even if you did it, I don't think they necessarily would still be there. That person that loved you on Ascendancy maybe is in another part of their life, and even if you did that record, it might not speak to them anymore. So you kind of just have to stick to your own guns and try to write the best stuff you can at that period of time.
Awesome, man. So the future of Trivium, you know, you guys are on this tour with Tremonti. What do you guys have planned after that?
A lot of touring coming up. Still kind of figuring out what touring is going to be the best option for next year. Going to play Knotfest in San Bernardino and Knotfest in Mexico, so we got a lot of big shows coming up. And I mean, really the goal since day one was to take our band and our music as far as it can go, as big as it can go, and you know, reach new audiences all over the world. And I think that's kind of like the marching orders for this time, is that we want to go everywhere and anywhere we can.
Awesome, awesome. So you guys started very young, you know, and you basically, you know, grew into your whole adult lives, you know, and being in a successful metal band, which not a whole lot of people can say nowadays. So I mean, what advice would you have for any young musician just starting out?
I guess like don't get wrapped up in like negativity. Try to find a vision for what you're doing and stick to it, especially with your music, the albums, artwork. You know, if you've gotten to the point where you're a signed band and people are coming up to see you, you know what you want to do. I guess the thing is, let people give you their opinion, but you need to make a very good choice with what your band's going to do. I think the stronger your vision is for your band, the better in the long run you'll be.
Yeah, that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. So, to close it out, I'd like to ask you to describe Silence in the Snow in just one sentence.
One sentence? Well, the way we've been describing it is it's a classic but modern metal album. I mean, that's really the only two words you can use for it.
Absolutely perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for your
very
time
much.
and everything. And we're looking forward to seeing you out there.
Thank you very much, man. Enjoy.